guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a special message. I was really guided strongly to use the zombie tarot. So this could just be a message for some of you out there, one of my subscribers, or, you know, if you feel it's for you, and take the bits that resonate, disregard the bits that don't. No, it's not necessarily time specific, and no matter what messages come through the cards today, or what messages we kind of get in intuitively, it's still up to you guys and your active free will and the choices you make and steps you take. So let's just take this moment to ask Archangel Michael to guard, bless, protect this reading, as well as any of you at any point. If you want your angels and guides in your life, guys, all you need to do is ask. I'm going to also ask him to guide us. I'm going to ask my team of light to hop in at this point, and also to use me as a clearest channel for any of you watching, as well as the most far-reaching. So let's see here, what is this message, Spirit, for anyone watching? Hearing one more time. Just saw the Magician and the Empress. Some of you could be definitely manifesting right now. New moon energy, but Spirit. Okay, I'm being guided to take top 3, bottom 3. Six of Swords, Four of Wands, that's looking good, and Death. So I feel like for sure with the Six of Swords and the Four of Wands and Death, you're definitely moving into calmer waters of celebration. And with this Death card, what I'm hearing actually is ego death is what I've just heard. But we'll get 3 off the bottom now. So we have the Ace of Hazards, which is a brand new start, underneath the Six of Swords. We get the 8 of Swords in the reverse, underneath the 4 of Wands. And you get the 7 of Swords underneath the Death card. And the bottom after that is the 3 of Swords and the Fool in reverse, with the Magician in reverse. So give me a moment, guys, and we'll see what we have here. How I am really feeling is like, okay, as we move on to calmer waters, the Six of Swords is a victory in the headspace, right? Move past, I'm hearing self-deception, but anything that keeps you feeling stagnant and unable to move, any places, it's like there's been a change and now it's on to calmer waters and nothing's going to stop you. Mow down the zombies, you know, and enjoy this time on the boat, the riverboat fantasy. And what this is going towards is celebration, going towards the party, going towards the fun times, going towards the good. And this is also the 1111. With this Death card, what's right under it is the 7 of Swords. And the 7 of Swords is about confusion. I'm hearing also it's about throwing someone under the bus, because she is kicking down whoever her partner, her friend, whatever he is. You know, they're having like a little house party, and she's like, you know what? Save me, kick you down. So if there's been kind of trickery, mental trickery, this also comes right after the 8 of Swords in the reverse. And the 8 of Swords upright is feeling caged and trapped. And I feel like once this 6 of Swords energy moves on in, where it's like we're able to move past old hurts or mental miscommunication, stuff like that, it's also about removing yourself from the fear of judgment, removing yourself from your own internalized fears and getting yourself out of this cage. And that comes with a brand new start. And this Death card, as I felt like ego death, this could definitely be you moving on past your own self-destructive ways as well. Again, take what resonates, guys, to, you know, fully... Once this ego death happens, this is a brand new start, and this is something that you can, it's tangible. It's a brand new start in the physical, and definitely looks like whatever this message is so far, it's a really good one. Let's see. Tell me about this new start. Ooh, thank you. So we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and it's like unfinished business. There is something not done here. And with the 6 of Swords as well, it's like this could be a situation from your past. This could be at this point. We have the King of Swords as well. So you could be a air sign could be dealing with an air sign, or it could be that whatever cycle it was that had you confused or had you trapped in your mind or had, you know, I'm hearing pity party, but that's not what this is. Rivalry, anything that just gossip as well, because it's like whatever that was, whatever thing here that was kind of like underhanded, it's moving out of that and seeing, in some ways, seeing things truly for yourself though as well, and having the choice to imagine I'm also seeing the planes on the outside here, right? So it's like the Army's here, the Navy's here, and it's like once you move past the fear and how to get out of this cage, there's options open, okay? In this particular one, it's a little bit survival of the fittest and me for me here. But maybe that's what is needed with this ego death, to know that there is actually choices in your mental space. Or this also could be a death to the places where confusion, and a death to the places where potentially either you have been thrown under the bus or you have done this to someone else, like just defense mechanisms. And it could have been done out of fear, but it's definitely mental conflict. There's an end to that. And the Four of Cups was also one of the comes that has come out. So it could have been that, you know, sitting and wallowing in this grief and in this confusion and feeling trapped, whatever the situation that needed to be ending and needed to be healed, there was stagnancy there. But it's like this is also a return to comfort. And being able to see that potentially until you close out old cycles, there's no moving on. But with the Six of Swords and the Ace of Hazards here, there's definitely new starts. And it's one where, regardless of your sign, this takes to navigate a new cycle, to be able to allow the ego death to happen, and to be able to have a new start that's free of mental entrapment and confusion. You need to be the King of Swords energy, embodying him. He's a hunter of truth, and he stands firm in what he believes, and he's guarded a little bit, yeah. But it's like, allow yourself to see clearly where maybe things have been a little too comfortable, or move past any of the discomfort, because with this Eight of Swords here, that's not a very comfortable energy. Move into the Four of Cups, which is comfort and stability and getting your hair pet. What else do you have me? Would you have me know about this Wheel of Fortune? So we have the Knight of Wands. Somebody, it's like whatever cycle there was, there's a whole lot here. Whatever cycle that had you kind of stuck, it's time to move past this. Because the Knight of Wands, it's moving into, and fast moving, into brand new territory, I feel like. We have the Nine of Swords. So it may have been a long time of battling your, whoever this is for, of battling the brain space and just waiting for it to end, because see, he's bit, kind of turning into a zombie, and she's ready to stab him with whatever it is to kind of calm him down, and so he can't bite her, because his hand is starting to turn, right? He is zombifying, and it's like it's only a matter of time. So I feel like the situation has been a really long time to get moving, but once it starts moving, it's going to move fast. And we have the King of Cups here as well. It's going to be something that is emotional as well. And we have the Emperor. So owning your emotions. The Emperor sometimes is a little bit controlling, is a little bit dominating, but here I also see him as protective. Like, he has boarded up the house, he's got his kid here, you know, and it's like all of the tools he's going to need, he's standing firm, and he's ready to take on whatever challenges are going to arise. So I feel like it's been a long time with this Nine of Swords energy, looking at the King of Cups. So this energy also could have been a really long time for whatever situation it is to fully understand the emotions. This king is just trying to keep his head above water. He's barely doing a good job, and he is mostly submersed in emotions, which I'm hearing could have been why there was so much confusion with the Six of Swords being the first card to come out with the Eight of Swords and Seven of Swords. There's a lot of mental space with the King of Swords, right? So two kings, swords, and emotions, and it's time, like, once you can ground out this stuff and swim in the emotions but try and see them clearly now. So understand yourself, understand your motives, understand your emotions, and understand, your thinking and see things clearly so that you can flip the Wheel of Fortune over and complete the cycle and move on new. And the new stuff is definitely coming in hot. I feel like this is male energy, so take what resonates, because I feel like we all have a balance of masculine and feminine within ourselves, but this situation is I'm hearing definitely passionate with the Knight of Wands, and then there was two more that fell here, and it's the Ten of Hazards, which is the happy family, and that is also fully understanding your emotions with the two kings here and the Emperor. I really, really feel like this is a masculine energy starting to come on their own, come into their own, to square up what they need emotionally in their heart space, to understand it, and, be able to communicate it as well. So you have the Two of Swords here as well, and this is just about a decision. And I'm feeling like it's a decision to move on into those calmer waters. A decision to allow the celebration and to end anything that stops you from getting this brand new start in your world. And it does go from death here to the brand new start. So it's like transformation of any kind will always lead us to a brand new way of being. And once we are able to really let the old ways die off, there's no telling the potential that you have. Okay, so seeing things clearly with your head and your heart in balance, and making a choice to go after this Ten of Pentacles is about stability. It's about family. I'm hearing about also he having the basic necessities to survive. So if this is your energy, keep going. Keep it up. This cycle is not completely over, but you are ending one, I feel, that's no longer meant for you, and getting ready to charge full force into something that you've wanted to do for a long time with the Nine of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Emperor here. It's like it's time to make the decision to do what makes you happiest, to go towards the things that bring you passion with this Nine of Wands. And he's rushing in so fast. Doesn't care about the Nine of Swords. He's going to run past it because his emotions here are finally grounded, and he's in control of his emotions, which is also what I'm hearing. And he's got this whole head, heart, and being grounded thing kind of down pat. Okay, one last message from this tarot for anyone who's resonated. Let's see. What are the blocks, please, Spirit, to this situation? What are the blocks to moving forward? Are there any blocks to moving forward? So the Star, which is healing. And the only Queen to come out at the bottom is the Queen of Wands. And this is a lot of progression from the bottom being the Knight of Wands. It's now the Queen of Wands. And I feel like the Queen of Wands in this, she is the nurse. The Star is also about bravery, honor, healing. There may be a time where you have this Emperor, okay, feeling like wanting to go forward, blazing, in understanding his emotions. And I also feel like this Four of Cups energy, this yeah, sure, boredom, but it's also comfort. Okay, so leaving behind discomfort, leaving behind situations that have been stagnant to find healing, and also to nurture yourself, to be able to take care of yourself and bring like this balanced heart space as well. Because the fours are about stability, right? Stable heart, healing, wish fulfillment, as well as I'm hearing this wish fulfillment for whoever this message is for. Could be the Queen of Wands, could be a fire sign, could also just be that we all have fire in our soul. So whoever the wish fulfillment is, whatever the star is, whatever catalyst to healing happens, whoever the nurturer is in this situation, I feel like it's the same nurse from the Nine of Swords. She's been doctoring this patient for quite a while. And it's time now for, once the decisions are made for what makes this Emperor happy, which I believe it's the Emperor, once he makes his decision, what he wants to see in the grounded space, what he wants to see in his physical, and it's like healing. And I feel like these two come together. Okay, so this, I feel like, was a message for someone. I'm not exactly sure who, you know, it was just spirit saying you want to pull out the zombie tarot. I'm hearing being called to the death card. Okay, one last one before I go. With this ego death, what needs to be removed other than the confusion with the Seven of Swords and fears? There's a lot of fears. 7, 8, and 9 of Swords. 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8, 9 of Swords. 2 of Swords. A lot of mental space, a lot of thinking about this. Thank you. And I get the 5 of Cups. So I feel like the death, what you're removing, what you're purging, what you are allowing to release, is the feeling of feeling left out in the cold, of feeling unhappy and feeling like, I'm hearing burdened and troubled, but just feeling sad and feeling abandoned and lonely. It's time to bring death to that situation. Remove yourself from feeling like this. And it's funny, I almost knew this card was going to come up because it's the 4 of Wands. Okay, move into calmer headspace. There may have been in the past a lot of difficulty being able to move past this energy of the 5 of Cups, but I feel like whatever discussions come to you, because again, there's so many swords, so whatever new revelations you have, wherever you're able to move past and transform your mind and bring a death to those situations that had you feeling caged, and it was in the reverse, right? Allow those brand new starts to come in and really accept the healing, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's your choice to accept the healing and nurture yourself and bring about wish fulfillment, to wear your Medal of Honor and your Badge of Honor proudly. You've made through so much in this world. You know, every day we encounter struggles and strife, and every day it's our decision on how we handle it. If we shut down in fear and we decide to let it bog us down and weigh us down, or if we say, no, I'm done with that. I'm going to make my choice. And my choice is going to be healing. My choice is going to be a brand new start. And my choice is going to be get out of fear. So let's pull an Earth Magic card for anyone who this has resonated with. And can you give me 1, 2, all right. Tsunami. That's a wake-up call. And I often feel like you 3 of them. Okay, so the wake-up call here is these tsunamis happen fast, and they are huge, huge tidal waves of destruction when it does hit land. When it's out in the ocean, some people, you never notice them, right? They may happen a lot, but as long as they're away from land, there's not going to be destruction. However, it's a pretty quick wake-up call when there's a tsunami on the run coming, right? Because you got to get out of the way. And this is waves of giant emotions crashing down on you, and I am hearing guided by the moon. So the moon can pull the tides. The moon, which is also the hidden realm, which is also our unconscious and your intuitiveness. It's like, use whatever intuitive messages, whatever is hidden within your unconscious, whatever stuff you feel you've had to bring a death to in a transformation, use that, because that's a big wake-up call. Once we're able to see the places we've been held back in fear, and where we've blocked our new starts, and where we've blocked our passions, and once we can see choose to see this Five of Cups energy rather than being holding on to the feelings of isolation and like loss. Wake up to understand. Here we have shape-shifting energy changes, and this is change in your heart space. You have a choice to hold on to the hurt. You have a choice whether you want to focus on what is no longer here or focus on what's right here in front of you, because this woman is wallowing so much in guilt or whatever. I said guilt in that, so that might have been a flip, but maybe you do have guilt about a situation, and if that is what you do, bring conscious awareness to it. Wake up, you know, get the sleep out of your eyes and understand that there's so many ways that how am I going to go? There's so many ways that your life can take shape, is what I'm hearing. Because these clouds and the idea of shapeshifters is that we can transform and take on different forms as they're needed. And you can transform and change your mindset, change yourself, learn new abilities, nurture yourself, bring healing, work through all of the, I'm hearing, unconscious realms with this wake-up call. Okay? Use your animal spirit guides. Do the meditation, weave between dimensions if you need to be able to get the advice. But follow your instincts. And this is also wolf. So some of you may have wolf as a totem. I know I do. This could also, I'm hearing, call of the wild. Listen to that inner knowing or that inner call. Whatever your ancestral lineage, whatever your primal instinct is telling you to go towards, it's usually right. Okay, so we have, just wanting to show you here, with the Emperor and the Ten of Cups. The Emperor is also like a wolf to me because he is strong and firm, and he's not going to take any crap from anybody, right? He's going to be protective, and he has kind of an honor to withhold as well, and I feel like so does the wolf. And this wolf is not afraid to lone wolf it if he feels like he needs to. So happiness and stability and healing are very, very important right now. And if these are any areas in your life where you're still trying to work through the fear of moving on from this situation, know that it looks like the energy is really just asking you to see things clearly, objectively, maybe even from a new eye. And if there's any fear you have, and I'm going to actually bring this up because I'm being guided with the wolf. There are a few different things you can do to remove fear, to release fear. One thing I'm going to suggest for anyone watching before I go is meditation first off, as well as actively choosing to release fear. So throughout your day, you could just say, Spirit, I choose with my own free will through this in any lifetime to release any fear, doubt, shame, or anything that would hold me back from being my true authentic self and seeing clearly. I choose to release any pain,